Jake Miller was driving home way too late on a Tuesday night, fueled by stale gas station coffee and the faint hope that he wouldn't fall asleep before reaching his apartment. His car smelled like beef jerky, spilled Red Bull, and sadness. The road stretched endlessly ahead, empty except for the occasional possum scurrying across. He was about to blast some music when the sky above him suddenly lit up like the finale of a fireworks show. Jake squinted, gripping the wheel. What the hell? Hovering above him was a massive glowing disc, humming with a kind of low vibration that rattled his fillings. Nope, 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 nope. I did not sign up for E.T. Meets Deliverance tonight. Before he could floor it, a blinding white light shot down from the UFO. His car sputtered. The radio cut mid-fast food commercial, and then everything went dark. Jake barely had time to scream before he felt his body lift off the seat, weightless, like he was being vacuumed up by God's Roomba. The next thing he knew, he woke up with dirt in his mouth. And not the good, clean kind of dirt either. This was cow pasture dirt. He spat, groaning, and pushed himself up to his knees. His body felt off, wrong, somehow. His hands looked smaller. His arms were thinner. And when he sat up straighter, something soft shifted on his chest. He froze. Slowly, he glanced down. No way. Jake's shirt was hanging strangely, stretched in places it had never stretched before. His hair, once short and messy, now spilled in long waves into his face. His voice, when he whispered, "What the hell happened to me?" came out way too high-pitched, like he'd inhaled helium. He patted himself down, frantically. Smaller waist, wider hips. A very different chest situation. And below the belt well, let's just say the equipment had been repossessed by the universe. Jake screamed. It wasn't the manly, heroic scream he always imagined he'd do if abducted by aliens. No, this was a high-pitched, glass-shattering shriek that sent a nearby flock of crows flying. Oh my God. Oh my God. They turned me into a freaking girl? This is not in the manual. There is no what to expect when you re-expecting to be abducted in gender-flip pamphlet. He staggered to his feet, wobbling because his balance felt different. His legs looked longer, smoother. His hands trembled as he cupped his face. Yep, different jawline, smaller nose, big anime-style eyes staring back at him from the reflection in a puddle. Jake Miller, regular dude, had just been turned into the female protagonist of every ridiculous manga he'd ever laughed at. As if things weren't already bad enough, he realized where he was, smack in the middle of some farm. Corn stretched out for miles. A big red barn stood nearby, and cows were staring at him like judgmental neighbors. One mooed, almost mockingly, "Don't you moo at me, you don't know my struggle." Jake snapped, pointing at the cow with a shaky, delicate-looking hand. He tried to walk toward the barn, only to immediately trip over his own feet and faceplant into the dirt. Again, his new proportions were all wrong. His center of gravity had shifted. And don't even get him started on the unexpected weight on his chest. Every step felt like a physics experiment. Great, fantastic. First I get abducted. Now I am in some discount isekai anime with farm animals as my audience. A rooster suddenly crowed from somewhere near the barn, even though the sun was already high in the sky. Jake groaned. Seriously? You're late, bro. The sun's been up for an hour. Useless chicken. Dragging himself up, he stumbled toward the barn. Maybe there'd be people there. Maybe answers. Maybe, just maybe, someone who could tell him how to reverse whatever the hell the Sailor Moon transformation was. Halfway there, he caught sight of himself in an old cracked mirror propped against a fence. He froze. The reflection staring back at him was, well, cute. Way too cute. Long hair, big eyes, figure straight out of an anime convention. If he weren't currently panicking, he might have admitted she knew. He looked like the kind of girl every farm boy in the county would write country songs about. Jake covered his face. Oh no, oh no. The aliens didn't abduct me for science experiments. They abducted me for character development. I'm living in a rom-com plotline, aren't I? Next thing you know, some handsome farm guy is gonna walk up with a bucket of milk and, "Hey there, you okay, miss?" A voice called. Jake froze. Slowly, he turned. And sure enough, walking up the path was exactly what he feared. A tall, broad-shouldered farmhand in jeans and a flannel, carrying, you guessed it, a bucket of milk. Jake's brain short-circuited. His face went red. Yeah, totally fine. Just, practicing yoga in the dirt with cows. As one does. The farmhand raised an eyebrow but smiled politely. "Well, if you need help, the farmhouse is right up the way." "Don't be shy." Jake waved awkwardly. "Thanks, I'll keep that in mind." As soon as the farmhand walked away, Jake collapsed to his knees, burying his face in his hands. "Kill me. Just kill me now." The aliens didn't just change my body, they dropped me into a freaking Hallmark movie. But deep down, Jake knew the truth. He wasn't waking up from this anytime soon. He had no clue if the UFO would ever come back, no clue if he'd ever get his old body back. All he knew was that he was stuck on a farm, in the body of a girl, with cows as his nosy neighbors and farmhands who thought he was just some lost girl wandering around. Jake sighed. "Fine, if this is my new life, so be it. But aliens, I swear if this turns into a magical grow farm simulator, I'm suing." And somewhere high above, the UFO probably laughed.